Because when I read the story, I'm supposed to cross from ignorance to knowledge, from darkness to light, to the people who use their brain. What is that in your right hand, ya Musa? He said, it is my stick. That shows how important that stick is to Musa alayhi salam. ألقها يا موسى. For the sake of Allah, throw it. My dear, beloved, respected, honored brothers and sisters, I ask Allah Azza wa Jal, who gathered us in this masjid, to gather us with Sayyid al-Mursaleen Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Allah Azza wa Jal in the Quran have mentioned few stories, and these stories are to be read, understood, pondered upon, and applied. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي قَصَصِهِمْ عِبْرَةٌ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. In these stories, there's a ibra. And the translation of ibra, in most of the translations, there's a lesson to the people of knowledge. To the people of knowledge. The word ibra is from the verb abara. Abara in Arabic is to cross. What does crossing have to do with the stories? Because when I read the story, I'm supposed to cross from ignorance to knowledge, from darkness to light, from the disobedience of Allah to the obedience of Allah Azza wa Jal. Look at the verb used when I read the stories of the Quran. لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي قَصَصِهِمْ عِبْرَةٌ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Not to everybody, to the people who understand, to the people who use their brain, to the people who read the Quran with tafakkur. So today, inshallah ta'ala, we will take a short story and we will ponder upon it, asking Allah Azza wa Jal to make us from the people who listen and apply. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ يَا مُوسَى. What is that in your right hand, ya Musa? Allah does not know what's in Musa's hand. Allah is the one who created Musa, and He created the right of the hand of Musa, and He's the one who created the stick. وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ يَا مُوسَى. قال, Musa alayhi salam answered, هِيَ عَصَاي. Musa alayhi salam, he did not say it's just a stick. He said, it is my stick. That shows how important that stick is to Musa alayhi salam. When I'm in your car and I see a box of tissues, I say, what is this? You say, this is a box of tissues. But when I point at your phone, you say, this is my cell phone. This means something to me. This is mine. And then Musa alayhi salam started mentioning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does he do with the stick? أتوكأ عليها وأهش بها على غنمي ولي فيها مآرب أخرى. Ya Allah, this stick is so important to me. I lean upon it and I hit the trees with it, so the leaves and the fruits will fall so my sheep can eat. And I also have many other uses for it. Now, if you see one of your brothers have a very nice pen, and you say, oh, very nice pen. He says, my grandfather on his deathbed, he gave it to me. And he told me, this is a gift for you. And I signed every contract in my life with this pen. He is telling you how important that pen to him. Does it make any sense to tell him, throw it? Throw it away? ألقها يا موسى. After what Musa alayhi salam told Allah how important is that stick, Allah told him, throw it away. Did Allah say in the Quran, ثُمَّ أَلْقَاهَا? Then he threw it? Because when you use the word ثُمَّ, that means there's a period of time that lapsed. No. ألقها يا موسى فألقاها. This fa in Arabic, it's called fa al-fawriya, instant fa. Throw it, he threw it. Without thinking, Allah ordered something. Without thinking, I know for a fact, even though I love that thing, throw it away. I throw it. I obey Him. Now, Musa threw something that is halal, that he needs for the sake of Allah. What does the stick represent in your life? Is it the riba that you're dealing with? Is it the alcohol that you're selling? Is it the vaping? Is it the music? Whatever it is, throw it. For the sake of Allah, throw it. Now, most people, when they leave something for the sake of Allah, they expect instant gratification. When Musa alayhi salam threw the stick, did it turn into gold? No, Allah, it did not turn into gold. But he passed the first test, 50%. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not treat us like this. You leave something for my sake and instantly you get a reward. She was not wearing the hijab, she put the hijab, and then they start making fun of her. They probably fired her. He stopped selling alcohol and cigarettes. All of a sudden, his business went down. Ya Allah, the simple-minded person, Ya Allah, is this fair what you do to Musa? He throws the stick and it becomes a snake. Ya Allah, I left this thing for you, and this is how you treat me? This is how we think. That's why these stories are لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ, the people of intellect. So what happened when he threw it? When he threw it, it became not only a snake, just a regular snake, a snake that is moving rapidly, very scary. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Musa alayhi salam, take it. Ya Allah, when I told you that there is so much benefit in it to me, you told me throw it, and now I'm scared from it. You're telling me take it? When we start leaving things that we love for the sake of Allah and doing things that we do not like for the sake of Allah, then we are from ulul albab. Then we understood the wisdom behind Allah's tests. There's always another test. Always. Look in the Quran. Yusuf alayhi salam resisted the seduction of the wife of the Aziz. Was he rewarded right away? No, jail. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he destroyed all the idols. Immediately rewarded? No, throw him in the fire. The magicians of Fir'aun, آمنا برب موسى وهارون, we believe in the Lord of Musa and Harun. Were they rewarded instantly? Crucify them on the trees. This is the problem. We have a problem in the promise of Allah, in the trust of the promise of Allah Azza wa Jal. Wait. When you leave something for the sake of Allah, wait. There's another test. Why? لِيَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهَ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to know how sincere we are by leaving this for the sake of Allah, and if we are lying. There is always another test. Now, Musa alayhi salam, when he saw the snake, what did he do? وَلَّا مُدْبِرًا وَلَمْ يُعَقِّبْ. He ran so fast and he did not even turn around because that might take some time and delay. He ran. وَلَمْ يُعَقِّبْ. This was the first reaction of Musa alayhi salam. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him take it, سَنُعِيدُهَا سِيرَتَهَا الْأُولَى. We're going to return it. We're going to restore it to its original form, to become a stick again. When Musa alayhi salam took the stick back, the Did the snake bite him? No. It went back to being a stick, just like Allah Azza wa Jal has promised. If I tell you, Brother Suhail, take this phone, give it to the brother in the back, and when you give it to him, he's gonna spit in your face. And then take it back again and go to the other brother by the door in my office and give it to him, he's gonna frown and yell at you. And then take it back again and go to someone who's standing by the main entrance, and then he's gonna scream and yell, and he might even beat you. And then you take it, and there's someone by my car who's gonna give you $1 million cash. All you're thinking about is the $1 million. Does not matter what these people did to me. As a matter of fact, while they're doing this to me, I'm happy because I know what's coming up. I know there's $1 million coming up. Allah told us, I am going to test you. It's not a surprise. لَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ. I am going to test you with diseases, with loss of jobs, with a bad son, with a bad father, with a bad spouse. I am going to test you 100%. But you know that if you're patient and you're accepting what Allah decreed, there is the Jannah waiting. Musa alayhi salam knew that the promise of Allah is true. Musa alayhi salam passed the first test. The second lesson: if you passed the first test with success, the next test will be harder. What was the next test for Musa alayhi salam? Musa alayhi salam, thousands of people, hundreds of magicians, experts, and the Azim himself said, وَجَاءُوا بِسِحْرٍ عَظِيمٍ. The greatest himself said that these magicians performed a great act of sihr, of magic. سَحَرُوا أَعْيُنَ النَّاسِ وَاسْتَرْهَبُوهُم. They bedazzled the eyes of everybody who's sitting. Now this test is obviously way much harder than the first one. There was one snake over there. Here, many snakes, and they're all moving, and thousands of people are watching, and Fir'aun is there. ألق ما بيمينك يا موسى. Throw your stick, back to the stick. Throw your stick, يا موسى. تلقف ما صنعوا. It will swallow all their magic and it will expose them all. Now in the first test, Musa alayhi salam وَلَّى مُدْبِرًا وَلَمْ يُعَقِّبْ. He ran and he did not even look back. He did not even turn back. What happened in the second test? فَأَوْجَسَ فِي نَفْسِهِ خِيفَةً. He had a little bit of fear inside. You cannot see it from outside. You see the upgrade? First, ran away from one snake. Second, hundreds of snakes, thousands of people watching. أوجس في نفسه خيفة. Which situation is tougher, the first or the second? The second is way much tougher. Allah told him, قُلْنَا لَا تَخَفْ إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْأَعْلَى. Immediately Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, only Allah can see that he's a little bit scared. لا تخف إنك أنت الأعلى. You're gonna be superior. Do not worry. Do not be afraid. And Musa alayhi salam was victorious again. Now the test is gonna get tougher and tougher. Musa alayhi salam is running away from Fir'aun and all his army with all his weapons. You could imagine. And he has his people with him. فَلَمَّا تَرَاءَ الْجَمْعَانِ. When both groups were able to see one another, what happened? The people of Musa, they said, إِنَّا لَمُدْرَكُونَ. We are overtaken. He's gonna destroy us. He's gonna do this to us. Ya Musa, أُوذِينَا. We were harmed before you come to us, and we were harmed after you came to us. The enemy is behind them. The ocean is in front of him. Very tough situation. Now what did Musa alayhi salam do? Did he run? No. Did he feel a little bit of fear inside? No. Inna ma'iya rabbi sayahdeen. Allah is with me and He will guide me what to do. Look at the upgrade. The more we are tested and the more we handle the test the proper way, the strong is our iman and the less the impact of the calamity on us. This is a much tougher situation. Now, no fear, no running, nothing. Allah is with me, even though the people around him, what we gonna do? He's gonna kill us. Can you imagine? When we were serving him, he was treating us bad. How about when we are running away from him? What was the response of Allah Azza wa Jal? After he said, Inna ma'iya rabbi sayahdeen. Again, that fa again. فَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى Musa. Instantly, I told Musa, we inspired to Musa, hit the ocean with your stick. Again, the stick. Hit the ocean with your stick. It will split into two huge sides. And people will think that he might slip, might be slippery. Yabasa, it is very dry. Allahu Akbar. When we obey Allah, how Allah turned everything in our favor. The lack of trust in Allah's promise. May Allah make us from the people who listen and apply. The reason why we are not contemplating on the Quran and pondering and getting all these lessons, because there are locks. Allah is saying that there are locks upon our hearts. Where was the Quran revealed? Which organ of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Was it revealed to his brain, to his ears, to his eyes? نزل به الروح الأمين على قلبك. Jibreel came with it to the heart of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If I wrap my tongue with plastic all over, and I eat honey, and I eat water, and I drink vinegar, they all taste the same because the sense of taste is blocked. Similarly, we're not pondering upon the Quran because the source of pondering upon the Quran is blocked. There are barriers on their heart. How were these barriers established? How did they get there in the first place? قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Every time we sin, نكتة سوداء. Every time we sin, a black, dark dot gets into our heart. Another sin, another dot, another sin, another dot, until this heart becomes all blocked, cannot receive all the guidance. It's music, it is Quran, it is a lecture, it's a seminar, all the same, just like the honey and the vinegar, because it's blocked. We heard the khutbah today. What are you going to do today? Nothing. I'm going to go back to work. Nothing. This is our problem, ya akhwan. Allah's wisdom of having a Jum'ah every single week is amazing. To be charged and tell ourselves, when am I going to stop? And we have evidences from the Quran. Stop it for the sake of Allah, and Allah will reward you sooner or later in the dunya before the akhirah. Let's all clean and cleanse our hearts before the month of Ramadan. It's around the corner. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وقوموا إلى صلاتكم.